Hello and welcome to the Grade Tracker tutorial. Grade Tracker is a great tool that allows you to track your grades for the quarter and to make predictions with regard to your term and your cumulative GPA once you have a cumulative GPA. So basically this tool is a way for students to help them keep track of how they're doing in a particular course in a point in time. So it's a really great way to make sure you know how you're doing in a course and what you need to do in order to improve your grade in the course. So the first thing that you'll need to do is to change the classes to the courses that you're actually enrolled in. So here we'll click this and change Anthropology 101 to Math 121, which is a course that most of you are taking this term. So from here, you'll need to access your course syllabus and see how the course is actually broken down. So for this example, we're going to say that Math 121 does not have a homework grade, but instead has quizzes. The course also has required midterms and a required final. For our example, the quizzes are going to be worth 20%. We'll say midterms are worth 50 and that the final is worth 30. So you can change these things to reflect any of the components of your course. So if there was a paper, you could add that here and things like that. So on the side here, on the left-hand side, we'll change homework to quiz. Quiz 1, 2, and 3. And we'll pretend like there's only 3 quizzes for this example. Then we'll delete the sample data so we can start fresh. So from here, I recommend doing this for every single one of the classes. You can see here at the bottom where you can change the stat to Chem 101 for an example and add lab, homework, final, midterm, etc. Well, we'll go back to Math 121 to fill out the rest of this example. So once you're here, throughout the quarter, once you get a grade for something, then you'll want to plug it into this spreadsheet. I always have students asking me, well, do you know how I'm doing in a course? And most often I do not. So it's up to you to keep track of these details. So let's say for your quiz 1, you got an 85. Second quiz, you also did well and you got an 85. And the third quiz, you hit it out of the park and you got 100. However, when it came time to do your midterm, you got a 50. So this means that your projected grade, which excludes the missing grades, which means it excludes the midterm and the final, which are your remaining percentages of the course that you have to complete, you're getting a 61, which is a D. The projected grade with missing grades counted as 0, meaning if you didn't take the second midterm and you didn't take the final, you would end up with a 43, which is an F. And you're not okay with that. You want to get at least a C in the course. So we can figure out here what you need to earn in the remaining 55% of the course in order to get to that C grade. So let's say you get an 85 on the second midterm. You went to the Math Resource Center and you got tutoring. You talked to your professor during his office hours and you really improved. So that gets you to a 73. Fantastic. So basically all you really need to do for the final is to maintain that C average. So getting a C on the final will get you the desired C grade for the course. So fantastic. You got a 75 on the final and you ended up with a 74 in the course. We can also play around and see what would happen if you got 100%. You would get a B. But given how you haven't been doing so great on the test, you most likely won't get 100%. But maybe you will. And maybe you'll end up with that great grade of a B. So when you go back to the summary here, you make sure that the classes reflect the courses that you're actually in, and the grades, the percentage of credits that the courses are worth. And you can see what your GPA points are for each course, a 3.67 or an A- for this course, a 2.67 or a B- for this course, and then what your term GPA would be. So in this example, it's a 3.14. which is slightly higher than a B average. So as I hope this demonstration reveals, this is a really great way for you to keep track of the grades that you're earning and how they'll impact your overall performance in a course and how all of the courses are tied together to amount to your total GPA for the term. I recommend using this tool throughout every term that you're here at Drexel.